Hi everybody. Hi everybody. This your friend Daniel Hutchins. We are back again. Yes, we are back again. And as you can tell, I'm up close because we are going to be doing another special. Yes, we're going to be doing another special. But today's special we're going to be doing is the Halloween special. Okay. Now, no, I am not in costume, but that's okay, because this is the Halloween special. Okay, so what am I going to be doing for this Halloween special? Well, that's a good question. First, what I'm going to do is turn off the lights. Okay? We're going to turn off the lights. Okay? And then we're going to be talking about some Blade. Yes, we're going to talk about some Blade. Okay? Alright, we're going to talk about some news from Blade. Okay, since the image that I had thought about was supposed to be for a Halloween special, we are going to be doing Blade. Okay. Alright, you want to know why the Blade film was delayed for so many years. Okay, why was the Blade film delayed, and why for so many years has this project been stalled? Well, that's a good question. This is our friend from Microsoft News, our friend Forbes. Okay, top of the line is the upcoming Marvel Studio film Blade is pulled from the November 2025 release date with no replacement date announced. Now, again, they've been delaying and project stalling this thing for a long time. So, it is no first, it is no last. But again, they've went through 2 directors and 6 writers since they announced this project 5 years ago at San Diego Comic-Con. Alright, case in point, Blade is supposed to open, it was supposed to open November 7th of 2025, but now it's not looking like that's happening. Okay? Theatrical release date previously held by Blade was actually supposed to be held by a sequel to the movie Predator. Okay? Bet you didn't know that, but it did. Okay, Blade still does not have a director attached after the 2 directors had fell down. Alright, so again, Oscar-winning actor who is cast by Blade as the titular vampire hunter in 2019 has remained attached to the project. Why does Blade keep getting delayed? Well, we're about to answer that question. And what perfect way to do it than a Halloween special? Marvel reportedly obtained the rights to Blade in 2012 from New Line Cinema. This was back during the Blade movies between 1998 and 2004. Work and scripts on Blade have been ready since 2013, according to THR, The Hollywood Reporter. Again, they announced the film for Blade was supposed to happen in July of 2019, when it confirmed it was going to have Ali. Again, Marvel hired someone else to hire the project in 2021, and then hired somebody else filmed months later. Then, the Blade was scheduled again to film in November 2022, and it was supposed to release in 2023. But then it was delayed again. Then it was delayed again. Then it was delayed again. No reason for departure, but again from Hollywood Reporter. They say they left because of creative difference. Then they reportedly briefed attached a screenwriter in fall 2022. They have someone join as director. After that person departed, then somebody else was reworking the script. Then they had a second writer, and then that person left, and then that person left, and then that fucking person left. It's like, holy fuck. And then Variety reports say Michael Green was hired to rewrite Blade from scratch, claiming that Ali was still going to exit over script issue. Variety report also says they morphed the narrative and the women filled in with life lessons, with titular character relegated to a fourth lead. In 2024, Marvel said they hired Eric Pearson to write the film. He had finished scripts multiple times, after including Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four, which are also set to happen in 2025. Also, did you guys know that they're setting up for the Midnight Suns? Yes, they're going to set up the Midnight Suns. But first, they gotta get this fucking Blade project done first. Okay, Variety report also says Marvel is looking to produce Blade for $100 million. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad actually, confirming that it was usually about $100 million to make. Marvel had fired their person who created X-Men 97 without notice and publicly disclosing the reason. They fired the X-Men 97 person earlier this summer because of egregious prejudicial misconduct. He also worked in Blade and X-Men 97. Again, he complained about the condition on Blade's set shortly arriving. In return, he was removed from the project. Middle of the time, moving to Atlanta for production, where all Marvel was filmed. And then I hand my role over from Season 2 of X-Men 97 aggressively. Okay? And yes, there is going to be a Season 2 of X-Men 97. I've talked about it before. Key background. Blade has appeared in Marvel Comics since 1973. It is portrayed by the once and great Wesley Snipes. And trilogy of films by New Line Cinema. Marvel had purchased New Line Cinema in 2012, just like we said. Although, these three received mixed reviews and box office successes collectively grossing over $400 million worldwide. He also made a brief voiceover cameo appearance in the post-credit in The Eternals back in 2021, which Eternals is supposed to have a sequel, but that's also been in doubt. What to watch for? Marvel now has 3 films hidden for 2025. Captain America, which used to be called the New World Order, which is now called Brave New World. They have the Thunderbolts, and they have Fantastic Four, the first steps. Okay. Alright, you want to know more about what's going on, right? Well, I figure why not. We're going to talk more about the crisis in Marvel with Jonathan Majors, since you guys want to know more about Jonathan Majors. The crisis in Marvel and Jonathan Majors, the backup plan. What happened with Jonathan Majors? In case you're new around this channel, you don't know what happened to Jonathan Majors, I'm going to tell you. This past fall, the Marvel creatives have basically said that they had found that there were some ambitious strategists saying that Jonathan Majors was poised to carry the next Marvel Universe. However, due to his dilemma, he was laid off. Yes, he was laid off. Okay? And he was supposed to play as the main villain for the whole rest of the franchise, for Kang the Conqueror. However, this is where it gets complicated. Okay? Now, if you've heard me talk about this before, you already know. But if you're new, then stick around. Okay, it all kind of fell apart after Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania and Loki. Also, those are the only 2 credits that Jonathan Major had. Okay, those are the only credits that he had. Again, he was supposed to have the 5th film for the Avengers, but then that got renamed this year, the Doomsday, instead. Now, the whole fucked up thing about the Kang the Conqueror story is basically the deal he made from the final Loki episode from Season 1. However, due to the Writer Guild of America strikes that happened last summer, beyond the bad press and the representations that represented Jonathan Majors, the brain trust in Marvel grappling November release of The Marvels, which also was a sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel, which is plagued lengthy reshoots and appears to underwhelm in box office, which again, it did, and it fucking failed. Again, I talked about it on the Hutchins Hut last year, you guys remember. This all unprecedented turn of fortune and turn of events to the company has enjoyed a nearly uninterrupted string of hits since independently producing movies since the beginning, ever since the success from 2008 to the success of 2019. And it earned nearly about $30 billion over 32 films. Replicating this kind of phenomenon is not easy. However, due to the source's trouble back in 2020, the COVID pandemic ushered the mandate to help to boost the Marvel's Disney stock, the relentless tourist, the interconnected Marvel content for studios' fledgling streaming platform, Disney+. According to his plan, this will never lapse too well for superhero fare because superhero fare has not been too good lately, and films in theaters and television series streaming at any given time. By ensuring the tsunami of spandex proved to be too much of a good thing, the demands of churning out too much program taxed the Marvel apparatus. Moreover, this to tease the interwove storyline so many desperate shows had, and so many desperate movies had, and platforms and muddled narrative that baffled viewers. The Marvel machine was pumping out a lot of content, but the problem was it wasn't turning up so well. So the Marvels, which opened last year on November 10th, struggled to get past the infield because Marvel's outsized struggles and standards cost the movie about $250 million, according to what the star Brie Larson said. Again, also tracking open up $75 million to $80 million again, and $185 million below for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Also took in its debut last weekend. Again, this is an outdated article, and I'm reading it for you for those who don't know. Nia DaCosta, the director of the Marvels, also united Larson's with two superhero allies from the TV series, WandaVision and Ms. Marvel. And ahead of this, they seamlessly build the success of Captain Marvel. This move was also very aggressive because they had to bring in a tangled storyline. Then the eyebrows were raised again when the director began working on another film, and again, still in post-production, the film moved to London due to the writer strikes last summer. And then directing a $250 million movie is kind of weird for a director to leave a few months out. And they said, for source again from Variety. Marvel's was also set release date was moved back twice. Once the swap place for Quantumania, and the other was obviously not known. Again, in June, Marvel was traditionally soliciting feedback from Disney and Bob Iger because Bob Iger can go fuck off. Quite honestly, he can go fuck off because nobody here likes him, and I don't think you like him, and I don't think I like him, so you should not like him because he is the CEO of Disney and he's a fucking piece of shit. Again, the audience also gave the film middling reviews. Again, meddling around with the multiverse is not a good thing. But Marvel has been in business being average. Kevin's real superpower is being stupid and not learning from his mistakes and his struggles. So, schedule swap again with Marvel's and Ant-Man full sequel to The Squeeze. However, it didn't work out because both movies fucking sucked. And again, that's all. Again, that is why the inside movie of Marvel Universe is not doing as well as it would seem. Also, recasting Jonathan Majors was a terrible idea. So instead, they want to bring back Robert Downey Jr., and they brought back Robert Downey Jr., and now he's coming back again from the dead, but this time he's coming back as Doctor Doom. Again, I talked about this all last year on the Hutchins Hut. If you didn't watch that video, this was the video for you. So you can pay attention. It's on the news. It's on Variety. If you don't know where it is, go on Google, go on your search browser, and go to Variety News, and you'll be able to find that article very easy. Again, I'm tired of repeating myself, but again, for those people who are new around here, I want to set something straight. If you miss the content, it's not my fault. If you miss the content, it's not my fault. But again, you gotta remember to support the comic universe. You gotta support the comic universe. And again, I'll see you all later.